a dude was saying today, and everybody disagreed in the comments when he said this. He said, when you get rich, stuff, and when you have money, stuff start to become less exciting to you. And people were like, well, just give me your money. He don't understand the true life of me. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then when you get money and you've been to the 5-star restaurant once you go to a 5-star restaurant about 10 times, it starts to become less exciting. Once you've been to one island, once you've been to 5 islands, you'll be like, damn, all these beaches starting to look the same. Palm trees, sand, water. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
So
because you can't be stimulated. Like, so the first time you do something, there's a certain stimulation that comes from it, right?
right.
You know, the second time, you're not going to get the exact same stimulation. So what's required to get that same feeling, right, is different experiences. And what we lack is diversity in our experiences, right? It's
Like
like,
when you was broke, you remember how good. Like I remember a Zaxby's meal was gourmet to me. Like some chicken tenders and fries was like
a
the
Subway
shit.
sandwich
You
with the
feel me? A
oatmeal
Subway
cookies on the
sandwich. I was,
side, them soft
real shit.
oatmeal cookies with some sour cream chips, man, that was it.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Going
that
to
was a
Chuck E. Cheese and
delicacy.
eating a cheese pizza was high level.
But see, so now once you upgrade what you done did and what you done saw, things. So do you believe? I already know the answer to this. What's your opinion on money and happiness and how they correlate? Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think the lack of money, right, creates more unhappiness than having money, right? I think the question is posed a lot of times, does money make you happy? The question becomes then, do you think the lack of money makes you happy, right? And nobody's going to say yes, obviously, because nobody finds joy in poverty besides a purposeful starving artist who believes that their fight against capitalism is not having any capital, right? And that gives them purpose, right? So it's like this oxymoron that people live. But the reality of it is that not having to think about money, right, is where you can really begin to be more happy, right? Because when you don't have to think about money, you can focus on the things outside, right, of, necessities. And then that's when you can start to live a life to where it's based on just purpose and passion and joy, right? So for me, I look at wealth, first as having joy, rest, and peace, right? Like if you got those, that's the first level of wealth, because if you don't have joy, rest, and peace in your life and you have money, you're going to be, you can be depressed, right? You can, have high anxiety and high stress. And who wants to be, and it's nothing worse than having the resources, because now you got nothing to blame for it. And now you got to go inside and figure out what's wrong with you, right? And that's a much harder fight than saying that, well, the reason I'm not happy is because I don't have these external things. So when you get these external things, now you have to go and look at these internal things that's wrong with you. And people don't want to start going down a childhood rabbit hole. People don't want to start figuring out all of that. So first level of wealth is mental wealth, right? From a non-tangible asset point. Then obtaining the reflection of that, right, through your outside joys, which is obtaining, wealth in connection to your purpose.
I think that's what it needs to be. Like, if what you do makes you happy, then the money doesn't matter. Like what I do for a living makes me happy. If I don't do it, I get depressed and anxious. Thinking about why I'm not doing what brings me money as a man. It's a part of providing and protecting. It's somehow natural to me. I don't know. I know it don't come natural to most men, but it came natural to me. You know what I'm saying? Providing and protecting, right? So it is a part of my happiness as a man. I don't know. I know females can be happy without money. And
Well, that's because of what it allows you to do, which is to live out your purpose, which is connected to, your character and your self-image. So when a man can provide, right, we feel good when we can provide. We don't feel good when we can't provide, right? Because we don't feel
right.
like we're fulfilling our life's purpose.
But a broke
So
woman can still be happy though.
yeah, because her self-image and identity is not connecting to providing. right? So ours is. So being broke, right? You feel like you're broken, like you're not working as a man, right? So that's why even that term broke is signaling something not working, right? So what happens is like we feel like losers, and as a loser, it lowers your testosterone,
Yeah.
right? Which increases your anxiety, increases your stress, right? And now you want to do less and you feel less rewarded for the effort that you put in when your testosterone is low. So there's a whole chemical reaction that happens to men when we lose, right? Versus when we are thriving and we are winning, it allows us to go win more because biologically, right, we're connected to our purpose and what we need to do. And so we physically and mentally ready to go out there and do more and more and more and more, right?
I'll say
So
this though, for the women
it's not the
saying
money.
some women made an interesting point. She said that's not true because I got kids and mouths to feed. And there are women who are like that,
Well,
who
yeah,
need money too in America.
because you don't
No
have
lie.
a man that's providing.
That's why.